Hi, it's Kim,
and Andy.
and
And
together
together
we
we
are
are
the
the
I
I
Wonder
Wonder Sisters,
Sisters.
part two.
Part two coming back to you. Yes. So we got the dogs cleared out. So we just have a little bit more to talk about. So on the last video, I ended with talking about the fourth dimension. And so you can go back to that part one if you want to catch the beginning of that. So we're just going to move forward. Um, so basically, the point that I was trying to make was that the fourth dimension is an area of instant manifestation. And I talked a little bit in the last video about people who have journeyed there. How do you journey there? It's called astral projection. And so you leave the body through trance, meditation. Sometimes it happens naturally in those in between times, like you're falling asleep, but you're not really asleep. You're waking up, but you're not really awake. Okay. So those are natural moments when astral projection may happen where your spirit just lifts up and leaves the body and travels. Okay. And that traveling is mostly done in the fourth dimension realm. Okay. And so there, whatever you think comes to pass immediately. So everybody's experience of the fourth dimension is totally different, because if you went there with peaceful thoughts in your mind and you've kind of worked on your fears and your shadows, basically you're going to see a lot of great things. But if you go there full of fear, you haven't dealt with your shadows, you can also see those things as well, and they can scare you, they can frighten you. And so I ended with saying that a lot of the people that I researched, they said they wouldn't do it again until they did more research and they did more work on themselves. And so this comes back around to the law of attraction and manifestation, in which here, the third dimension, we have a delay. That means most of the time when you want something or desire something, you want change, or you desire a physical thing, a spiritual thing, whatever it may be, there's a time delay in there. That means you have the desire, but in between there's stuff to be done before that manifestation actually comes to life. And that's a great thing. Like so many
Yeah,
times
it is. It
so
is.
it really is,
It gives you time to think about what your desire is, to decide if this is something you really want, something you really need, and those two things are very different,
Yeah.
and how to go about getting it, what the steps are to take action.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. And you have that opportunity in that space where you can allow yourself to evolve and change and everything, and really come back to it, and say, wait a minute, this is not really, no, not anymore. This isn't what I want. And there's nothing wrong with that at all. At all. You are allowed to change your mind. Okay. And so now I just wanted Andy to talk a bit about vision boards. She and I both have done vision boards, and I know I've done vision boards years ago from working with a lot of different books, and there was a lot of crap on this vision board that I could care less about at this point. I never got a lot of it, and I could care less about it, but I do feel good. I am happy. I'm hopeful. I'm creative. I'm passionate. All those things that I wanted to feel, you know, I have those feelings. And so this is how we've been kind of dealing with our vision boards. And we want to offer you a new way of seeing what a vision board really is and how it can really work.
Well, I've done two vision boards in my life. The first one I did when we lived in Florida before I ever met Kim. And it was full of things that I thought I wanted. A beautiful Spanish style house, um, lots of dogs, which I still do want, um, but a lot of things, not so much states of mind, not so much awareness, not so much. It didn't really reflect who I was. It reflected more who I thought I might want to be. And since then, I've done another vision board since we've been here in New Mexico. And it's turned into my coffee table. I had a little help from Kim on it. And there are a lot of empty spaces, so I could still fill it in. And it more than anything reflects me, who I am now, and how I feel about myself. It has words like exhilaration, exceptional, zen, um, mind of the meditator, things that are part of my life now, and also things that I aspire to um, continue, that I aspire to have grow. Um, and that vision board is more, to me anyway, it's more constructive than the one I had in Florida. The one I had in Florida was just full of stuff, and I'm no longer about stuff. Well, that's not entirely true. I mean,
A little bit.
I'm still about stuff to a degree. There are still things that I want that I can't have right now. But I'm much more about my state of mind and how I feel about myself and my life as it exists now. It's much more a vision board of the present and not so much projecting into the future.
Yeah.
And I feel much better about that. It has some beautiful sculpture on it. It has Swarovski crystals on it, which I love.
I love it.
And it has a picture of the Santa Fe Opera House and stuff like that, stuff that reflects me and not so much things, but me.
Yeah. And what I think was so powerful that you said is that it reflects much more of the present, and not so much of the future, or the so-called future, or the future we hope for, or anything like that. I also did a vision board years ago that was much like Andy's first vision board, because basically, I was following a blueprint of what a vision board should be. I don't care about cars, and I had like cars on there. Oh, red leather seats. I could care less about a car as long as when you get in it and you put that key in there, it starts. Okay, so I don't even know why that was in there, except for the fact that I was following a lot of models of what other people wanted. My vision board now, I use it as a piece of art, and it reflects how I want to feel. So I have like pictures of,
which is really what the law of attraction is all about.
Yeah,
it's about
how you feel.
Feeling,
yes,
not about stuff.
Exactly. It's because the only reason the stuff is even involved is because it makes you feel a certain way. Okay. And so the focus really is on the feeling. And we've both learned that in our own separate ways. But the focus really is on the feeling. And if you feel the way that you want to feel, you find that the stuff becomes insignificant, because
and it also tends then to manifest.
It does. It does, because
when it's not the big focus, it tends then to manifest in some way or other.
Yes, exactly, because there's enough detachment from it.
Yeah,
there's enough space in between you and it that it's able to come forward into this reality. And that's so important, that we want you to remember that It's fine to want something and to think you want it specifically. It's fine. Okay. But leave some space for the universe to wow you, for the universe to make you look at your life and be like, oh my God, I never would have thought my life looked like this.
Yeah.
That it would look like this. I mean, when Andy and I go outside and we look across any direction, and we see the mountains, and sometimes there's no snow anywhere but on the mountain caps, and we'll see the mountain caps with snow, and we'll see maybe an old church over here. There's like an old church over here. The sunrise, the sunsets, the sky is so close. I never thought I would see those things in my lifetime because, I came from the city. I thought I would always either be in that city or another city. But so what I'm experiencing now makes me feel like I'm so rich, and it's beautiful, but I really wouldn't have ever thought of it, is the point we're trying to make. I really wouldn't have ever thought of it, but I knew the feeling. I knew what I wanted to feel. I've always loved that.
I suffer from depression as well as other mental disorders. And I'm here to tell you that when I'm in a really bad funk on any morning, if I go outside and look around me, I'm instantly lifted up. Instantly.
Yeah.
And in awe of the land that we're on.
Yeah.
I mean, I take medication, but when I go outside, it feels like I don't need shit. Just the mountains and the trees and the horses and the dogs.
Yeah, and I mean, almost in every direction you look, it appears as infinity. Like there is no end to what we're looking at. There's no end to the mountains. There's no end to the sky. It's just looking at infinity, and it's really beautiful. And it's so beautiful that I'll never forget. I think it was a summer evening when we heard this bang, 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 bang on our door. And it was our landlady, of course, who lives on the land. And we opened the door and she's like, you got to see the sunset. I don't know if you remember that. You got to see it.
I do.
Come on. And because I was just like, what's going on? I'm from the city. I'm like, I'll be banging on my door, And you got to see the sunset. And I'm going to tell you, it did not disappoint. It was just like, like so amazing. And even her kids who are teenagers and have grown up here, they were out there taking pictures as well, and we have that experience often with sunrises and sunsets here. Just amazing colors, and it just makes you feel so, taken care of and so abundant. And it really does. It just, it makes us glow. And so I would have never written down, oh, I want to go to New Mexico and live on a horse ranch with 30 something horses that lots of times I have to feed. I would have never written that down. I would have never put those pictures up because it was never a part of my experience.
In The Secret and the Law of Attraction, they talk a lot about when you envision something, when you think about something, when you put a vision board together or write things down, the purpose is to engender the feeling that thing produces in you.
Yeah.
Well, I'm here to tell you that stuff no longer does it for me.
Yeah.
Well, not entirely, but mostly.
Yes.
And the peace of mind that I want, the feeling of contentment that I want, the feelings of self-confidence and belief in my endeavors, that doesn't come from my vision boards. That doesn't come from stuff anymore. That comes from me waking up in a funk, opening the door, going outside, and seeing red across the sky as the sun comes up.
Yeah.
Or like this morning, we had a big snowfall last night, and it's at least a foot deep, and it's just beautiful. And here where we are, because we're not in a city and there aren't cars running back and forth, it stays pristine.
It does.
It's white and gorgeous. And it sparkles. And I mean, it just takes your breath away.
It's the best snow blindness I've ever had. It's true, because there is no one, and neighbors are so far away, and the land is so big. When you come onto it, there's so much of it that there's no way there can be any traffic. It's really gorgeous, and so we love the experience of that. It's just so pure and white and
it changes how you feel.
Yeah,
that's the point.
Yeah,
it changes how you feel, and it gives you the feelings that you're looking for. You're not going to find them in a big house. You're not going to find them in a Ferrari. You're not going to find those feelings in things and stuff. You're going to find those feelings within yourself.
Exactly. And the outer world brings those to the surface, those feelings. It's not that the outer world is giving you those feelings. What it is tapping into, and it's really igniting what's already there.
Yes.
And that's the beautiful part, to know that you do have it already, So, okay. We're going to put these two together. That you're going to see part 1 and part 2. So please listen to both. Please follow us if you like to hear our views on things, share a bit of our lives with us. And I put in the description, which I will with this video and all the videos further on, all of our social media. So our blog link, Instagram, and Twitter are basically what we do. We try not to do everything. Okay. So, but all of that will be.
We do.
Well,
we do.
I know, but it's like, I love Instagram. So that's my baby right now. And so please follow us there, And so, yeah. So we thank you for coming. The next time you see us, it will be on Sunday, the 9th.
The 8th. And it will be our Goddess series, part 4.
Part 4, yeah, exactly. And we're doing 5 weeks. So we're winding that up a bit. And then if you have anything you want to talk about or have suggestions, then please email us at iwondersisterhood@gmail.com, or hit us up on Instagram on a DM and let us know maybe what you want us to talk about. Okay. Otherwise, we have so many things we like to share, and we'll announce on the last week what the next series will be for Sundays. So, okay. So if you all noticed that I'm in a nightshirt, because I think it has sheep on it.
It does.
But after the first video, when we had the whole thing going on with the dogs and everything, it was like, after all that was settled, I was like, I need to be comfortable. You know what I'm saying? I really do. So yes, it is a nightshirt. Nobody has to tell me.
And as for me, I'm also in a nightshirt and a thermal shirt and a corduroy shirt.
And it was really cold this morning.
I was very cold.
And it was cold.
And I also apologize for my roots. They're going to get done in the next couple of days.
Yes.
So next time you see me, I'll be just stunning.
Yeah, I tried to color mine, but it wouldn't take. But I did cut it, and I like the cut. And so I'm going to be all right with it. and until I decide what else I want to do. So anyway, so that's a little bit about us and our beauty.
Mwah.
See you guys. Have a great weekend.
And Happy New Year.
Yes, Happy New Year.